We are about to enter eclipse season. And before the internet starts telling you to hide your crystals, cancel your manifestations, and basically sit there until it's all over, let's talk about what eclipse season actually is. Because it really isn't anything we need to fear. This one we're about to enter begins with the new moon, and this is the new moon on the 12th of August, and it's a solar eclipse. And then later on this month, on the 28th of August, we have the full moon, and that is a lunar eclipse. For those of you who love a little bit of astrology, here is a very simple bit of astrology. So a solar eclipse always happens with a new moon, when the sun and the moon come together. And a lunar eclipse always happens on a full moon, when the sun and the moon are opposite. So the earth's in the middle and the sun and the moon are either side. The moon also needs to be close to one of its lunar nodes, which is why eclipses arrive in these particular windows that we now call eclipse seasons. Did you get all of that? Now, spiritually and astrologically, this is where it starts getting a bit fear-based, because eclipses have gained a reputation, a huge reputation. You'll often hear people saying that you shouldn't manifest, you shouldn't charge your crystals because of this wobbly energy, don't make decisions, and almost fear this energy. Personally, I don't work with eclipse season like that. I love eclipse season. I see eclipses as turning points and amplifiers, if you will. They can illuminate something we haven't been quite seeing yet. And oh my gosh, they can accelerate something that was already beginning to change, or bring something right to the forefront into our awareness that perhaps we weren't expecting. Yes, eclipse energy can feel unpredictable, of course it can, but unpredictable doesn't automatically mean negative. And if I must say, the same goes for your crystals. Some people will absolutely never ever charge their crystals during an eclipse, and that's fine, it's free will. Because the reason being is that they don't want all of that unpredictable energy inside them. That's fair enough, but others like me deliberately work with crystals during this energy and during the eclipses, because to me, I love them. I want to connect with that energy. For me, it's about intention. I don't fear eclipse energy. In fact, I manifested this home on a new moon eclipse. As I say, I don't fear eclipse energy. However, I do respect it, and I tend to use this time more observing, reflecting, and allowing things to reveal themselves, rather than to control exactly what happens next. So as we enter eclipse season, don't go into it expecting chaos. Just pay attention. Pay attention. Notice what comes up, what is changing, what is suddenly becoming clearer, and what seems to be asking for your attention. Because sometimes an eclipse doesn't come along to turn your world upside down. It's not here to do that. Sometimes it just simply switches the light on. Enjoy the next few weeks as that energy rumbles through. There's going to be so much guidance on the grid with the crystal bar, and of course across social media. So tap into what you observe and what sings to you. But remember, the right crystal will always find you.